Spread love, man.
Alignments with nature. Everything in nature is in spirit. It isn't spoiled by ego, nor can it ever be. So when nature speaks to us, we should listen intently. When a wild bird touches us, for instance, or a fish brushes by when we're swimming in the ocean or a lake, I believe that it's a direct communication from our source of being. Since these creations of God instinctively keep their distance, when they depart from their DNA patterns to actually contact us physically, I think we should pay attention. So be aware of episodes in nature that arouse spirit and kindle an inner spark of awe and admiration for you. You don't have to discuss it with another being. If it has meaning for you, it's valid. Listen to the winds, the critters, the clouds, the rains, and the oceans. Listen to it all. Indeed, nature has much to teach us, and it will help show the way. All we need to do is align with its perfection and note how it aligns with ours.
We are going to be exploring those, aha moments. Have you ever had one of those where it's like, I wonder if the universe is trying to tell me something?
Yeah.
Like, is this a sign?
Oh, yeah.
So that's what we're talking about today, those times when you kind of wonder if the universe is sending you a message.
Mm-hmm.
We're doing a deep dive on Wayne Dyer's Signs of Enlightenment, and this is pulled from a video on the Spread Love MVMNT YouTube channel.
Okay, cool.
So we're interested to see what he has to say.
Mm-hmm.
And we only have his words from this video.
Oh.
We'll be sticking with this one source for today's deep dive.
Sounds good.
He calls these signs alignments.
That's right, and we're going to unpack what he means by that.
Now I know what you might be thinking.
What's that?
Are we about to go full-on mystical?
Not necessarily. I think even if someone is like the biggest skeptic in the world, there's something really interesting here about just being more aware of your surroundings and how things maybe connect in ways that you don't always realize.
I like that. It's like tuning your awareness and fine-tuning it.
Exactly.
Okay, so let's get into it.
Okay.
Dyer's first alignment is all about connecting with nature.
Mm-hmm.
And he says that nature exists in spirit, meaning it's free from the burdens of ego that we humans carry around. We're always thinking about ourselves.
Right, we're bogged down by all that.
Exactly, and nature's just like free and easy.
Living in the moment.
Exactly. And because of that, Dyer suggests that those unusual encounters we have in nature, those moments that make us go, whoa, did that just happen?
Yeah.
Could actually be more than just random occurrences.
Yeah, like little whispers.
Yeah.
From the universe trying to get your attention.
Like what?
Well, he uses the example of like a wild bird landing right next to you.
Okay.
Like, what are the chances? You know what, if that's trying to tell you something? What if that's like a little nudge from the universe?
So it's not just about appreciating a beautiful sunset.
Right.
It's about that hawk that suddenly lands on a branch right next to you, looking you dead in the eye.
Exactly. What if those moments are trying to tell us something?
So what you're saying is don't dismiss those experiences. Pay attention to what feels significant.
Yes.
I know I've definitely had times hiking where I felt this incredible sense of connection to everything around me. It's almost like you can feel the energy of the forest. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely. And that's exactly what Dyer wants us to tap into. Those moments of awe and wonder in nature, they're not just fleeting feelings. They're powerful reminders that we are part of something much bigger than ourselves.
Wow.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So much bigger. Okay, so Dyer's second alignment really resonates with me. Alignment with feelings.
Okay.
And he contrasts simply feeling good with relying solely on external things like medical data, for example, to tell us how we should be feeling.
Yep.
But this is about trusting your gut.
Yes, that inner voice over what the outside world might be telling you. Have you ever had that feeling deep down that says, this is the path for me, even if everyone else is telling you you're crazy?
Oh, yeah.
That's what Dyer's talking about.
100%. Like when you meet someone and instantly know this is a friend for life, even if you just met,
that.
Logic goes out the window.
Exactly. And this is where things get really interesting. Dyer would say that's not your ego talking, that's your spirit guiding you. He suggests that those strong feelings are your intuition, your soul's way of pointing you in the right direction.
That makes so much sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've talked about connecting with nature and trusting our gut. What's next?
Now we're moving into the realm of what Dyer calls synchronicity, which he describes in his third alignment, alignment with events.
Ooh, this is where it gets really interesting.
Yes, tell me more.
Think repeating numbers, a book title you keep encountering, running into someone you just thought about, those weird coincidences that make you go, wait a minute. You know those?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Okay, so those moments are more than just random occurrences to Dyer.
Right.
He believes those synchronicities, as he calls them, are the universe's way of communicating with us.
Wow, so the universe is actually trying to tell us something.
He thinks so.
Okay.
And he's got a pretty wild story from his own life about this very thing.
Okay.
It involves a woman named Erlene.
Erlene? Okay.
So Dyer was reading a book he had written years earlier, and he came across a passage where he mentioned this friend Erlene, someone he went to school with.
Okay.
And this is where it gets crazy.
What happened?
He had literally just been thinking about her. Like, he had even considered giving her a call after all these years.
Oh, wow.
And that very same day, guess who shows up at an awards ceremony? Dyer is attending in Maui.
No way. Erlene.
What are the chances?
It was Erlene. Thousands of miles from home. Erlene just happened to be visiting. Maui saw the announcement for the event and decided to surprise him.
Wow.
Yeah. So
That's wild. That's
Uh,
crazy. You've got to be kidding me. That's insane. What are the chances?
right. That's what I'm saying.
Thousands of miles away,
Well,
she flies out to Maui.
it's crazy.
Wow. Okay. So Dyer would definitely not call that a coincidence.
Not at all. He sees it as like a prime example of those alignments of spirit at work.
Oh,
Like, he said he was drawn to this book
right.
for a reason. He was thinking about this woman,
Yeah.
and then bam, there she is.
It's like it's meant to be.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh. I'm getting chills over here. That's crazy.
Makes you think.
It really does. Really does. Wow.
Uh.
Okay. So we've covered aligning with nature, trusting those gut feelings, and recognizing synchronicities.
Right.
So what's Dyer's fourth alignment?
The fourth one is all about those meetings with people that have a huge impact on our lives. Alignment with people.
Okay. So like when someone just enters your life at the perfect time.
Exactly. And it's like they appear out of nowhere, but they have exactly what you need.
It's like they just get you. You know what I mean?
Totally. Like they just understand you on a deeper level,
Yes. And maybe they challenge you to grow or see things differently.
or they offer a new perspective that you never even considered.
Or they become a mentor and guide you on your journey.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Dyer says these people can act as our teachers if we're open to learning from them.
Oh, I like that.
So think about a time when someone unexpectedly entered your life and changed everything for the better.
It's like they were put there for a reason.
Right. It might feel like coincidence, but Dyer encourages us to dig a little deeper. What if those meetings were orchestrated by something bigger than ourselves?
Okay, so let's break this down for a second. We've gone from noticing those aha moments in nature to trusting our instincts, to recognizing synchronicities, to being open to the lessons hidden in unexpected encounters.
It's a lot.
That is a lot to unpack.
It really is. But there's a common thread running through all four of Dyer's alignments.
Okay, what's that?
It's like he's challenging us to stop and really pay attention to those moments that make us pause, to those feelings and experiences that we can't always explain with logic or reason.
Like those moments where you're just like, what?
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Maybe there's a deeper meaning there. Maybe there are signs, messages trying to guide us on our path.
Hold on. Are you saying I should start reading into every wrong number I get or every time I spill my coffee? That seems a bit much, even for me.
Well, no, Dyer isn't saying we need to overanalyze every little thing that happens to us.
Okay.
It's not about obsessing over finding meaning in everything, but it is about shifting our perspective. It's about being open to the possibility that there's more to life than meets the eye.
So instead of just going through the motions, we should be more present and aware of what's happening around us.
Right, and part of that is learning to trust those gut feelings, those intuitive whispers that we often ignore. It's about being open to the possibility that maybe, just maybe, the universe is trying to tell us something.
It's like that saying, the universe speaks to those who listen. We just have to be open to hearing it. But how do we know what's a sign and what's just, life happening?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? And honestly, there's no one-size-fits-all answer. What might be a profound sign for one person could be just another Tuesday for someone else.
So it's all about figuring out what resonates with us on a personal level.
Exactly. It's about being attuned to those synchronicities, those feelings, those encounters that feel significant to you. If something feels like more than just a coincidence, it probably is.
This is reminding me of that time I was thinking about a friend I hadn't seen in years, and then bam, I ran into her at the grocery store the very next day.
Oh, wow.
At the time, I brushed it off as a funny coincidence, but now I'm wondering...
What if it was the universe's way of reconnecting you? What if there was a reason you were both meant to be in that grocery store at that exact moment?
Yeah, I never thought about it that way.
It's wild, isn't it?
It's like we're surrounded by these signs,
Totally.
but we're just too busy to notice.
Yeah, we're just not paying attention. We're so caught up in our own little worlds.
So it's like by being more aware of these signs, by being more present, we're actively like co-creating our experience.
Right, exactly. There's definitely something to be said for that.
Yeah.
You know, it's not about surrendering to fate or anything like that,
Right.
but it's about recognizing that we have more agency than we realize.
Mm.
When we start paying attention to those synchronicities, trusting those gut feelings, we're essentially making conscious choices that are leading us down a certain path.
It's kind of empowering when you think about it. This idea that we can tap into something bigger than ourselves and co-create our own experiences. That's amazing.
It really is.
Yeah.
And that's the beauty of it. It's not about having all the answers. It's about embracing the mystery and trusting that there's this deeper intelligence at play.
Deeper intelligence. I like that.
Yeah, and shifting from a place of fear and doubt to a place of curiosity and wonder.
Ooh, curiosity and wonder.
Yeah.
I love that. This deep dive has given me a lot to think about. I might even start a journal
Ooh, I like that.
to like keep track of these aha moments, see if I notice any patterns.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Paying attention is the first step.
Exactly. Who knows what you might discover about yourself and the world around you?
That is the question, isn't it?
It is.
Well, you've given us a lot to consider today. So for you listening, what really resonated with you? Have you experienced any of these alignments in your own life?
We want to know.
Head over to our social media pages and share your thoughts. This deep dive might be over, but the conversation is just beginning.